Hey, hey, Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring in your weekly collective for the week of Monday, September 29th through Sunday, October 5th. So let's open up your energy field and take a look at what the week ahead has in store for you. Bottom of the deck, Soul Tribe, we have authenticity. Beautiful energy here of bringing your vision to life. This is about your inner truth. I feel like you have been asking some difficult questions lately. Asking yourself, what do I need to do and who do I need to become to live my best and most prosperous life? I feel like you are branching off here in some way. It's like you're putting your own twist on a situation. Some of you, this is in your career. You may have some creative ideas that sets you apart from everyone else. This could also be you speaking up and standing in your own truth when it comes to boundaries or relationship matters. I see here that you are starting to build up confidence. This is about you feeling comfortable in your own skin and showing up unapologetically yourself. And this hasn't always come easy for you, Soul Tribe. I feel like this has been a work in progress where your best self is finally feeling like you're coming out to the surface here, because your gifts, your energy, your sunshine is meant to be put out into the world in some way. You're someone who's very genuine, someone who's very honest, someone who's very ethical. You want to do what feels right for you, but you also want it to ripple out because you want to be of service or you want to help others in some way. Now, you may even be the catalyst to other people's healing journey, meaning even if there has been some dissonant notes, right, in the music of your own life, it feels like those chapters of your life have been very significant, not just for you, but for others as well. This is about you being the real deal here. And some of you have an idea, you have a creative endeavor or even a side gig or a business proposition that you are being guided to lean into. So you could have some really brilliant ideas this week. You could also be feeling quite independent as well, but I don't feel like it's a sense of hyper independence, but it's feeling good, like you are creating a life that you love. It's more of a 9 of coins type of energy where you're proud of yourself. You're proud of how far you have come on your journey. You are self-sufficient. Your hard work is paying off. And I feel like you are achieving some really beautiful goals for yourself, especially when it comes to health. All right. I'm getting a balanced body, a balanced mind, and participating in events or activities or exercise or movement that wakes the spirit up, right? It allows you to connect deeper with the divine. It connects with your own intuitive knowing. So you may be doing more meditative practices here, perhaps dancing, getting out in nature, journaling, whatever it is that connects you to your higher self more. It feels like that's what you are doing this week. Now, moving into Monday, September 29th, we have Animal Kingdom. Some of you may even have an appointment here. If you have a pet, a cat or a dog or any other animal, this could be a day where your pet has a vet appointment. Your pet could also be getting your attention in some way, where pets oftentimes are highly sensitive to certain energies, meaning, if they don't trust someone, that is a sign. If you have someone new coming to the house or they're meeting someone new for the first time. Also, if you are healing a certain area of your body, perhaps you have undergone some sort of surgery or you've been doing some healing work, you may notice that there is a pet that is drawn towards that area of your body. Now, if you do not have a pet, this Monday could be highly significant for paying attention to any animals that show up in your life, whether it's through your dreams. Maybe it is the blue jay or the cardinal that lands on the fence post. It could be that you are noticing animals while you were out on your walk, or it could even be an animal that shows up on social media, because I feel like you are receiving messages through animals. And then what do you do when you see that animal? I want you to take a look and ask yourself, what characteristics does this animal have? What is the first thing that comes to mind when I think about the strength of this animal? But also, what is the weakness of this animal? And I feel like there's a message there for you. Now, the animal kingdom also has to do with unconditional love. This is about you honing into that portal of your own heart, right? It's the cosmic heart here, where some of you may be craving companionship. You may be craving some form of emotional support. And I see that you could even have something that you lean into. I mean, children have loveys, right? They have blankets or stuffed animals. There could be something that comforts you. And I feel like this is also a day of compassion. So even if this is a highly productive day for you, it's Monday morning, you're going to work, or you are taking a lot of calls, or you have clients, I feel like it is important to keep that heart space open. Be kind to yourself. There's this energy of understanding and patience coming through this Monday. So perhaps there may be some challenges that arise, but through understanding and patience. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I'm actually being shown driving. So it could be that you are cut off in traffic, or something, happens where maybe someone flicks you off and you're like, what just happened? Like, why? What's wrong with that person? But I feel like you may not, we don't know what other people are going through. Perhaps that person who cut you off was on their way to their emergency room, right? Or maybe that person has gone through something that we don't see. And again, that's not an excuse, but through understanding, through compassion, we're able to not let that hold energy in our bodies where we ripple it out. So it's like a dominoes. If that challenging thing happens to you, and then, you spread that, and then it spreads like wildfire, I feel like you can stop something in its tracks by leaning into love and asking, okay, what would love do? And that's something that the animal kingdom reminds you. Now, I'm also being shown here the strength in my mind's eye. So you are far stronger than you believe yourself to be at times. So the strength energy could also be that some of you have lost a loved one or even a pet, and you may be contemplating maybe a new pet. All right, this could be a day where you're like, I wonder what it would be like to have a dog again, or I wonder what it would be like to be, a bunny mom or dad. And you may be contemplating getting a pet for a child here as well. And I'm also seeing with this animal kingdom, you are someone who is very loving, very caring, very nurturing. So you could work in a vet clinic. You could work as a healer or as a caregiver. Perhaps you are a parent, or you are taking care of an elderly parent or family member. So this Monday, yes, it feels like it's a big heart opening day, but try to stay patient with yourself, patient with those around you, and don't forget to take breaks. Stay hydrated and tune into your body and ask yourself, what do I need right now? Do I need rest? Do I need water? Do I need food? Do I need to just pause and breathe? So how can you tune into the portal of your heart? Now on Tuesday, September 30th, we have trust. Now, this is about taking a leap of faith. Now, new beginnings are showing up here. This is like the Fool in tarot. So I feel like this could be a day of a bit of spontaneity here, or thinking outside the box, especially when it comes to your career or your creative endeavors or ideas. It could be really great for you to get honest with yourself about what it is that you are building, what it is that you are creating, maybe even getting honest about your motive, right? Your why behind what it is that you want or what it is that you are manifesting. Now, some of you, when it comes to relationships, whether this is with a lover, perhaps it's with a family member or a friend, You may have been betrayed in the past. Maybe you weren't really trusting someone that you've worked with, or you have been let down in the past. Maybe there's something that you needed, some sort of support here with that emotional support coming up. But for whatever reason, that person or that energy wasn't able to offer up that support, and then trust is breached. And we have a difficult time repairing trust. And I see that there could be something that comes through this Tuesday that solidifies trust within yourself or solidifies trust or connection in another. So it feels like this is a positive energy. Just like the two hands here are connecting, this is a pinky promise. So this is something that it feels like it means a lot, or you can trust someone at their word. Or if you've been wondering, can I trust this company or this, roofer to come replace my shingles? Or can I trust this boss to mean what he says what he means, right? I feel like you are able to trust in whatever new beginnings or new contracts or new relationships are being presented this Tuesday. Now moving into Wednesday, we have Wednesday, October 1st. One energy. October is a 10-month. So this is a powerful day of overcoming obstacles. You have conflict here, but we do see solutions. We see overcoming conflict here and triggers. Perhaps there has been adversity here or opposing views, but I feel with this Libran energy, which is all about harmony, you're able to come up with a fair resolution. I am seeing the justice scales in my mind's eye. So remember, what goes around comes around. And I feel like you are being guided to act fairly and to take accountability here for your actions and to allow yourself to stand up for what it is that you want. Stand up for the underdog. Even if it feels like you are the underdog here, you can deliver powerful messages by speaking your truth. Even if that upsets others, you can do it in an empowered way. It doesn't have to be, a threatening way or a manipulative way. You can deliver your truth that feels empowering, even if that may stir the pot. And it's funny because Libran energy is all about peacekeeping. And I feel like that by standing up for what you believe in, by creating harmony and balance in your life, the first step is going to be like standing up for what it is that you want and taking a look at the cracks in the foundation, addressing something that's working and maybe addressing something that's not working. And I'm backing something up with evidence. So for example, if there is a team meeting this Wednesday, and there are opposing views, by backing it up with numbers or evidence of something that has worked in the past could actually be useful when it comes to creating change and coming up with some sort of fair resolution or fair settlement of some sort. I'm getting factual evidence here, numbers, using your logical mind, and staying calm here in the face of any sort of triggers, okay? So new beginnings coming through where you may be handling conflict in a different way, and it actually gives you higher ground here, Soul Tribe. So jumping into Thursday, October 2nd, there's the perspective shift. This is all about looking at things from a new angle, a new point of view. It is about big picture thinking, like what is in the highest good for all involved here. Getting professional guidance. You could even be speaking to a professional in their field. Maybe this is a financial advisor. It could be a lawyer. It could be, a real estate broker. It could be a company here or the head of a company, like the department manager or the boss. I am getting authority figure. I'm getting emperor showing up mixed with a little bit of hierophant. So I feel like this energy is reminding you that, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, and you could be the student, you could be the teacher. I feel like we oscillate between both all the time. I'm always learning. I'm always in that student mindset, but at times I'm in the teacher mindset as well. So your perspective is shifting. You're growing, you're learning, you're evolving, but you may also be here to teach, inspire, coach, and motivate others. And when it comes to your work, I feel like you are leveling up in some way. Some of you may even be taking a class or a workshop, or you have a greater understanding of what needs to be done. I'm getting clarity coming through here. So this could be a great day of clarity, of breakthroughs, and knowing what your task is, and maybe delegating more as well could be beneficial. It could help you out in some way. But this is about taking off any sort of rose-colored lens that tend to cloud judgments or cause illusions. I am seeing here shattered illusions, or, bursting through the glass ceiling in some way. So if you have felt a bit stuck, hanged man energy, right? If you felt a bit stuck, or you felt like you couldn't come up with some sort of solution, I feel like this is the day where you do come up with a very empowering solution, because you're getting organized this week and you're taking control of, well, what you can control. So Thursday is all about perspective. Now, Friday, October 3rd. Friday looks to be a deep, introspective day, but I also feel like you are aware of other energy. So be mindful if you are out and about this Friday. If you are going to an event, you could pick up the energies like a sponge, because a lot of you are highly sensitive to other energies. If you are connecting with family, or you are going to the movies, or maybe you're staying in, because again, it feels like the energy is highly intense this Friday. If you do go out, just put on a little bit of a protective energetic shield, or call in Archangel Michael to protect your energy as you go out, so you don't feel drained when you come home. Now, soul purpose is also about discovery. You could be discovering things about yourself, and you could even be discovering things about another this Friday. Now, when it comes to your work, I feel like there's a new level of direction. This has to do with the judgment. It's time to consider your next move and where you wish to be. And that's what's happening on Friday. It would be a really great day to get out your journal, or to get out a piece of paper here and create a list. Now, this could be a list of the things that you want to accomplish. It could be action steps that you want to take here regarding an area of your life that you want to move forward in. You could also be journaling some of your thoughts, some of your dreams, and some of your ideas. This is the search for meaning, and I feel like you are getting in touch with yourself here, and your intuitive messages are coming in strong, so trust them, okay? And try not to let that external noise, that external influence kind of throw you for a bit of a loop, causing you to question or doubt your own beautiful talents, skills, and gifts. Now, Saturday, October 4th, speaking of gifts, is someone celebrating a birthday this Saturday? If so, happy birthday to you. October 4th. This is also, it could be someone is celebrating this week, or they have a birthday here, but maybe Saturday is the day of a celebration. But this is also about spiritual gifts. And you could be taking a look at your own gifts of intuition, which we all have, but you may have the gift of clairvoyance. And you may notice that your clairvoyance is activated, where you're starting to vision things more than you have. You could be feeling things on a deeper level. Your ear chakras could be activated, where you feel like you're hearing things in a different way than you have prior. So pay attention, because some of you, your spiritual gifts are really showing up this Saturday. Now, I feel like this is a celebration though. I feel like this is a big win for many of you. And it could be that you've been wanting to have a breakthrough when it comes to your own creative potential. Maybe you've been wanting to tap into your inner knowing, and boom, it happens here where you're finally feeling like, wow, I'm not as stuck as I once was, or I'm feeling more motivated to put myself out there. I'm getting Ace of Wands energy here with this. So this could be like your potential. This could be your purpose. You may be feeling highly creative, highly inspired, where there's this burst of passion here and new beginning showing up. So Ace energy, and aces in tarot are gifts. So there's a gift here coming in, and it feels like you are excited about this. It could be the gift of love. It could be the gift of inspiration, the gift of health, the gift of connectivity, where you're connecting with your family, with your soul tribe, and you're also connecting to partnerships that inspire you, and you're feeling highly passionate this day. So it'd be a really great day to focus on your love language. Maybe your love language is acts of service. Maybe your love language is physical touch. Embracing more hugs. Hold hands with your partner if you have one, or your children. Embrace your love languages, because your heart is expanding, and there's a lot of gratitude here coming through this Saturday. I'm also getting here a compliment. Some of you may receive a compliment, and it makes your entire day. This could be an act of service that is bestowed upon you. Maybe someone pays for your coffee in line, or you have some deed that happens and you are the positive recipient of this good deed. It feels like you are in the flow here of abundance. And lastly, Sunday, October 5th. No surprise that we have belief system. Now, I am not a religious person, but the seventh day, right? The Sabbath, Sunday is a powerful day because it's number 7, which is all about spirituality. It's all about, inner awareness and rest, and taking a look at the things that help you connect to your own higher self. Belief system is showing up to remind you that your prayers are manifesting, because spirit hears you. Spirit hears your prayers. Some of you are connecting to loved ones that have crossed over, meaning you are having conversations with those loved ones, and you could receive some sort of physical evidence, tangible evidence here of their energy. Maybe it comes through an animal this week. Yeah, some of you're going to receive an animal sign or signal that is actually a message from a loved one in spirit. And for others of you, this is about your self-talk. It is about you reprogramming any outdated beliefs or old stories that no longer serve you. Taking a look at any fears, because fear is a liar. False evidence appearing real. And it does feel like this is more of a logical week. I mean, Libran energy is also an air sign, which can be a little more logical. It can be more so about, decisions and communication and the power of our mind and our intellect and our ego. And I feel like you are connecting to the things that uplift you and inspire you. As I mentioned earlier, this could be new exercise routines or getting out in nature. It could be eating healthier foods. Perhaps some of you I'm getting like someone making a really delicious salad. I don't know if this is a Greek salad or if it's some sort of salad, because you could be attending an event where it's like a potluck, or you could be hosting a gathering at your place, or maybe you're going someplace here. Now, if that is you, drop it below. Put the recipe below. I'd love to hear what this salad is, but it feels like there's some sort of a salad, or maybe you were guided to eat more fresh greens, or maybe beans, or whatever things you stick in a salad, right? There's so many different kinds. But belief system is about you taking a look at your own goals, aspirations, and the things that you want to do to strive to become a better version of yourself, and to cultivate a life that brings in more peace, but it also brings in more simplicity. Some of you want a simple life here. You don't want to be a part of the drama, right? You want to be able to pay your bills. You want to be able to put food on the table, spend time with the people that you love, spend time focusing and doing things that you love, creating a life which involves supporting people around you. I'm getting you being supported by those people around you as well. So reciprocity is key here. So belief system is highlighted this Sunday, where some of you could even be changing your mind because we have perspective here. Some of you may be leaning into a higher power or leaning into a new system that works better for you. All right, this works better for you because you're seeing the physical evidence of it working better for you. So for example, if you're eating cleaner, maybe you're not feeling as bloated. You're not feeling the inflammation. If you are able to move your body, you may be feeling more energy. And so there's some form of physical evidence that is showing up because you have shifted a belief of yours and you've actioned it up. So that is what I have for you, Soul Tribe, for the week ahead. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here. And if you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up or send it to someone who may benefit from this as well. Thank you again. And if you are interested in a personal reading or signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information at intuitivesoulcoach.com.